Damn, your font small, bro. My blind ass can't read this shit. Look at this shit.
Bro, I got the grandma where you got to scroll 8,000 times to read a whole paragraph.
Yeah, literally. Like, I gotta click. If it's long like this, I gotta click on it to pull. All right. So, welcome back. Nice to have everybody again. It's been a long time since we had Quinn on the pod.
Yeah.
About had gents on it every single one so far.
Back on the couch.
For real. It's like a sex dungeon down here, honestly.
I'll call this the love seat for now.
It's finally summer, and it's getting really hot outside, and it's kind of cool down here, you know? Get in the mood.
Yeah. That's uncomfortable.
Anyway, for our Itawamba County locals, hit up Colby Taylor for your upholstery needs at 662-678-6486. For those of you looking for a good quality handyman, hit up Will Murphy at 662-231-4012. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. How's everybody been?
We've been
being?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Bo?
Solid.
You been up to?
Well, I just now finished college. Semester's over with. So I've been trying to get some odd jobs together. And Jackson went to go sell the car a couple days ago. Starting out, I believe. Increases the summer is on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for.
Be nice because I'm having to go back. I got a summer class lined up. 2 weeks from now, I gotta go back to Oxford, so I get to enjoy 2 weeks of summer here. Then I'll have like at least a month where I'll just be able to chill for a little, hopefully work. So that'll be nice to be able to get my money up a little bit and just not have to worry about, I don't know, the educational suffrage. But
what class you taking?
I'm taking genetics, and it's gonna be like 4 hours and 30 minutes every day, Monday through Friday, for 3.5 weeks. So that's gonna be really rough. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, probably like a test every week.
Yeah, or every 3 days. But we'll get it done. I finally finished up my last final this week. Actually, it's Sunday, so 3 days ago, something like that. But it was rough. Like this semester's been pretty rough. But I finished all A's and almost a B, but wound up with all A's and 1 C. So that's very disheartening, but it is what it is. I only do so much.
Yeah. Please get degrees, man. So
That's very true. As long as it don't kill my GPA.
I mean, don't get so disheartened on the C. You came out with all A's and everything.
Yeah. So how's everybody else been as far as like their life going on? I know you haven't been on pod in a little bit. You got anything?
It's been working mostly, learning process wise of big business. Manufacturing works. My people side, like I said, a process, and also like with pumps, motors, tanks, a little bit of everything. Learning a lot, get some really good experience. Learning what not to do with managing people, how stuff bad pretty quick. Learning what to do if shit hits the fan, stuff breaks down. Fine to get the mill back up running. Learn a lot of. One thing I've learned really interesting is when you pipe it in steam, everything gets so damn hot. You have to build structures in a certain way, and you would think that you would pipe steam straight fucking line, but once it starts to grow, yeah, it'll break itself. So they put basically 2 right angles in the ends of it. That way it bends. It'll bend like that. It gives you a place to bend at. That way it won't break itself. It's pretty cool.
I didn't know that. I'd figure straight in too. I think you need something like that.
And learn some other stuff, but all good experience. Making some money.
So about the managing people part, it sounds like you might have. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that it can get bad real quick, and learning what not to do when managing people. Did you just kind of expect people to kind of think like you do and like be able to perform a certain way, and then they fuck it up somehow?
Yeah. A lot of it is just not doing their job. I mean, they have a simple task of walking around, taking care of equipment, and they don't do it. And the whole system, from a reliability engineer aspect of it, or like you have this little basically it's a Android phone. You scan these tags, make sure these motors are running, the pumps are running.
Does it produce like data off what's going on?
So basically you're supposed to help it last longer, and it's supposed to like if something goes wrong, like you catch it real quick. You don't run the pump until failure, before you find something messed up on it.
Right.
And if people aren't doing their jobs, it's pretty simple. You'll walk around. You just do it once a week.
So how did you go about like fixing that?
Well, I mean, like it's not. I crunched the data off it and found that they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. A lot of it is just going to be the higher ups who actually are over the areas to get on
People that are not doing the job.
Yeah, the operators. And I mean, like, the way I think about it, if the mill runs good, everyone makes money. Get bonuses either that quarter or in the year.
Because of the work efficiency.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You don't get a pay raise, you don't get a bonus if the mill's running like.
Yeah, because they're not getting any money, so it's like.
Exactly. So I mean, like, I understand, like, I'm not saying you work yourself to death for the company or nothing like that, but like, everyone's got to, pull in one way to make money, and I don't know. At least they see it like that. But that's something frustrating. Another thing is like, of course, everyone learns differently. Everyone's going to react differently. From you talk to them like, hey man, you're doing this wrong. There's different ways to go about it with people. I mean, definitely got to come from a respectful place, and also like, hey man, I want you to do good, and I want the area you're in to do good. So that's kind of you gotta go about that way, and some people aren't doing that way from management and also an operator side. So it's a whole lot of stuff. You're dealing with a lot of folks, stuff like that's going on.
Bro, why are you biting your lip, bro? Man, quit. Bro, you trying to rizz me up with your eyes, bro.
Quit talking about engineering. Oh my god.
Bro, nothing maybe would.
But it sounds like you're doing really good at your job, though, especially if you were able to catch what they weren't doing. I mean, it's not even really just part of your job going around checking it, and like for you to be able to see like something's up. That's really good catch on your part.
Yeah. But I mean, they've been knowing that like it's bad, but it's not basically like, well, how bad was it?
Yeah.
How you crunch the data, you're like, damn, it's pretty. Yeah. Other than that, learning how turbines work. I thought it was really interesting. But it seems like everything goes right. You do a good job there, So I'm pretty happy about that. Everything, I keep going good, do my part, showing up and doing what I'm told, and doing what's asked of me, and going beyond that too. That's pretty exciting.
Well, I hope you do secure one. That'd be really nice, especially
Thanks,
it give you a little more security
Yeah.
than just like the internship going on.
Yeah.
Good. I think they're treating you pretty good too. Like,
Oh yeah, and people there are great. I mean, I've had problems, or not problems, but I've had questions. You go around and like, hey man, can you help me with this? Everyone's got you, and I mean, like I'm doing something like if they're doing something like, hey man, I got you. Do this off, I can help you out. You can shoot the shit with anybody there. Just hang out, and the work environment there is not like, so it's the mill manager is holding a gun to your head and telling you with a whip and a whip and like whipping you like get to work. It's like everyone's hanging out, having a good time. Like well, I mean, obviously we're gonna work, but I mean, you ain't getting work today.
It's not overbearing.
Exactly.
Are you micromanaged that much or
Nah,
that is a bit. I couldn't stand to work for a company that's micromanaged. Like Amazon is like the worst, I think, as far as like micromanaging like their workers.
Yeah.
But
I think that comes with a lot of large companies have a lot of turnover with their employees.
they do.
So when starting out, I'm going to say that a lot of employees that they get are not going to want to do their job or do their job well.
Or they
take pride in
can't.
doing well.
Or they're not. Yeah, they're not performing the way they expect them to.
Or they get someone that's hooked on drugs or is not mentally all there, so they kind of have to micromanage. I think as an employee, a lot of the times you kind of earn not getting micromanaged eventually. Of course, there's a lot of employers that will micromanage. There's been a couple jobs I worked at that they'll micromanage you at first, but as soon as they realize, like,
you're not. This guy's not going to fuck up my business. I don't have to just watch him and helicopter over him. Yeah, and I understand that from an employer's perspective because like you don't want some absolute fuckhead coming in, fucking up your business and scaring off your customers. Or
That's like a smaller business.
yeah. Anyway, for one of our topics today, we're going to talk about caffeine. How often you guys consume caffeine?
Take that shit straight in my veins, bro.
So pretty regularly. Just
Pretty
like
much
every
to
day?
an extent every day, yeah.
Every day.
To an
Are
extent.
you getting it from just pre-workout or coffee? Or...
Sometimes if I'm not working out and I need to be kind of more alert, I'll drink a cup of coffee and then that's probably gonna be about it. 2 cups of coffee. If I'm working out, I'll take a pre-workout and I'll try to track it, however much I'm taking per day. I try to stay under 500 milligrams.
Yeah.
Well, 500 milligrams for someone that's like 290 pounds.
Yeah.
Not that crazy if you're not taking it every single day. That is.
Oh, Blake needs some caffeine.
Yeah, you just can't do that.
Oh, maybe.
How about you, Blake? You drink caffeine?
Nah, man, I'll try to stay away from it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me something like a couple months ago. You tried to stay away from pre-workout, I think, a little bit. So, is there a reason behind that, or you just think you don't need it?
I just think it's hella addictive.
I think it is too.
Really addictive.
I mean, it's just about in every damn drink we got now. It's not water. I mean, we got caffeine just about everything.
Yeah. It's in Gatorade now too.
Well, the reason why that is, it's one of the most efficacious stimulants you can get that doesn't actually mess your health up, unless you take it a whole lot all the time. Even if you
and
do
a large
get
dose
addicted.
too.
Well, yeah, you can.
That's you, bro. That's you, big dog.
What you mean?
The exact shit you just described. It's exactly what you just said right before you just said.
Anyway, taking like 500 is my upper dosage. Like if I'm taking close to 500, I'm like, I gotta take this shit today, and then I'm not gonna take it for a couple days to get ready. But I have one pre-workout that has stimulants in it, and the other one doesn't, and it has 225 milligrams in one scoop. And then I'll take that. And then maybe before that, if I'm like working out late and I have a long time in between my caffeine, sometimes I might drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning and then pre-workout like later. So it gets out of my system partially. It's not like I have 500 blasts in my fucking veins every single day. But it's like more like 350 to 400 is like a lot more. 500 is just like the max out. I'm taking over
Average
500.
is 350, 400.
Yeah, 350. I mean, the average is really like 225. I'm like waking up, taking my pre in the middle of the day, and then I'm going to sleep kind of later. So that one scoop kind of do me. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I'm doing. But I have fallen into the trap before of kind of dosing small amounts throughout the day. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
ends
that's a
up
lot of
making
people
you
that
stay up
like
super
drink
late.
soda and stuff throughout the day. They're constantly consuming like at least 80 grams of caffeine or milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. I think that's the problem.
Grams.
I'm wide awake. I think that's a big problem is that drinking sodas and a bunch of coffee and tea throughout the day, kind of microdosing yourself throughout that and not keeping track of how much you're really taking all the time. And you're drinking a soda at 6, 7 p.m. You got to be asleep at 10 or 11. That's a big problem. That's like messing with your sleep really
Yeah,
bad.
the big problem with me is me taking 300 milligrams of caffeine around 7 p.m. to go work out because I've been so damn busy all damn day.
That's what I used to do.
And then I'm tired as fuck. I want to go kill it in the gym. I got no damn energy.
And then you don't go to sleep till 3 a.m. because you
Can't sleep.
Yeah.
literally
You're fucking
can't
laying
sleep.
there vibrating.
And if you do get to sleep, you're not getting the good quality of sleep because your body's got that shit in it.
But I've been taking these this nitric, grill mode nitric.
Oh, to help your blood flow, like.
Well, yeah,
it's a non-stem.
It's a non-stem. It's just the same thing as a regular pre, but it's non-stem. Then I got a secondary one it's like a different blend. Everything that's not in the nitric or the non-stem is in the stimulant. So I can take 1 scoop of the stem and then one scoop of the nitric, and I still get that 225 milligrams of caffeine, which is like the big drop. But the big reason I even take pre, you get all the extra stuff, creatine, malic acid, citrulline, all the other business. You get the pump inside of the actual stimulant. So
See, I use a pump formula too. That's non-stem. I'm usually always having like my caffeinated pre-workouts at least 3 days out of the week because I at least for my squat, my deadlift, and one of my bench days, I want to go heavy throughout the week. So I'm definitely using stem on those. And I think it's also like it helps mentally. Like it gives me extra confidence, I guess. Like as far as like feeling energetic, I guess. You know, like placebo, I guess. Even if it don't give me anything.
It's not. I don't think it's placebo at all. I think that I've like really messed with my caffeine dosages, going up and down, and like taking different things, and done just coffee. And you could definitely tell the difference. I mean, placebo. I think placebo is true for a lot of things that you take, but I don't think caffeine's one. It's so extensively researched what it does to your blood vessels in your brain.
It seems like sometimes caffeine to me doesn't give me like a boost of energy, but it just prevents me from fatiguing anymore. It kind of keeps me at that same level. You know what I mean?
Well, that's scientifically what caffeine does. Is it blocks off a chemical in your brain that makes you feel being sleepy.
Yeah.
So I don't remember exactly what the chemical is, but caffeine, when you take it, it binds to the receptors of what that sleepy chemical is, and it'll prevent it from binding to your brain, to the receptors in your brain. Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I mean, like that helps prevent a lot of fatigue, I think, in the gym too. So it's like if you want to perform your best, you kind of have to be on caffeine, I guess, because it's like it's going to give you those extra sets probably. I mean, you could probably go caffeine one day, caffeine the next day, and you know you're going to wake up one day and have more energy than the next. So it's kind of hit or miss whether caffeine plays a significant role or not. But I think it does help and give you some type of aid. But I also enjoy like my non-stem pre-workout pretty well. I think I get a better pump with my non-stem pre than I do with my caffeinated. And sometimes I'll even perform better on my non-stem. So it's, you know, it's hit or miss for me. I can't really just be like, oh yeah, you gotta have caffeine if you want to like actually peak. And I've even hit a max. Like one of my bench maxes, I didn't even have caffeine that day. Like it was just moving pretty good.
I'd say this: if you feel tired or feeling like you're fatigued, caffeine 100%. And if you're taking caffeine normally throughout the day, drinking coffee, adding a little bit of caffeine to your pre, obviously not going overboard, is going to be good. If you are completely caffeine free, I'd say it's a good idea to just stay away from it, unless you really, really, really need it. I've read up a couple of and watched a few videos of people that will talk about how they have kept themselves from drinking caffeine for like months or weeks on end, and they'll take it and they'll say that it's like an extreme experience of how focused they are.
Yeah, when I went on a detox for like at least 2 months. I think I didn't have any caffeine. Pre-workout, and also when I was injured for over a year and like I was off all my supplements and stuff, I wasn't drinking like many sodas because I wasn't trying to get fat. You know, taking empty calories. When I started taking caffeine again, I could really tell it made me just want to do shit, bro. Like it just made me want to like actually put in the work more than if I was like not on it and I was just, you know, trying to go through the motions some days. But some days when I just want to go through the motions, those are the best days for some reason. I don't know. It's like when you force yourself to go to the gym, sometimes like it can turn into like one of your best workouts of that month or like even of the year. So if you're ever feeling like, oh well, I shouldn't have caffeine, it's too late, I'm too tired, like just go to the gym, bro. Like if you show up and you're actually just sitting there on your phone, not doing shit, pack it up, go home. Like you're not into it, go home. But some days you'll actually just, once you start going and start generating the motion and going through it, you'll get that momentum, you'll get your second wind, you'll just keep going. And I also think just you don't have to always have like pre-workout or you don't have to have any type of pre-workout, stem, no stem. Like some days you just need to go to the gym. Yeah, real, like for real. Those days are pretty good though.
What I've been doing after work, I also don't want to take caffeine at 5:30, and I go to sleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock. It'll happen. Been raw dog in the gym, get pumps in. I like to actually, you know, I'll be tired. I go in the gym, start working out. I actually get a boost in energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think also because it releases endorphins because it's like it's good, and you also like you start getting a pump. You're like, man, this shit's nice.
Also, it's a stress reliever too, getting a pump in. So it's pretty good.
You guys like cycle off caffeine?
Sometimes I'll take time where I'm not doing it, and sometimes I'm taking it where I am and not taking as much. It goes on and off. If I ever start getting withdrawal symptoms from it, I'll stop taking it for a couple days. Other than that, I don't feel like it fucks you up that bad as long as you're not blast.
kind of how I am. I've only consumed max like 350 really high days, and then like since I'm not having it every damn day of the week, it feel like I can go longer. But if I was having it every damn day, like I think I'd have to have a tolerance break. At least just the week of just.
I think that's where the problem is. It's like getting yourself addicted to it, on it every single day. I mean, it shouldn't really be like, oh, I'm waking up, I'm gonna have my caffeine now. It'd be like a mental thing, like you were saying.
We're talking about our
Before we
caffeine,
started.
caffeine struggles and addictions and plagues, and it could be worse. It could be like nicotine, nicotine fiend.
Yeah.
For
So-
real.
You're still not thinking every other second
Yeah.
of your life.
So, but add something.
I would say like I was talking about pre-workout for a while. I mean, I don't feel like I need any non-stim. It would be nice to have some non-stim stuff, fat pump after work, but kind of just going at it without anything. But I've been talking off some stim pre-workout. I feel like that's definitely a necessity. I get tired of it. That way, like whenever I go back to working out, like my tolerance be down so much, and bam, I'm going back.
That's
Fat
the
pump.
best thing. Whenever you cycle off of it, and then you take one of them fat, like 2 double scoops, and go absolutely
No, you
fuck
gotta
on
ease
it.
into it.
Funny.
I would agree with
Ease
you
into it? Hell no.
that some of the best pumps
Yeah.
I've had is 1 scoop of stem and 1 scoop of non grill mode.
Yeah.
I got some pretty good pumps.
Now I have the new. They have like a new special edition or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a different. I guess completely different. You know how the non-stem and the regular stem, the formula is exactly the same, aside from the caffeine.
It's got, the non-stem has a little bit more in it.
But the
Maybe higher dosages.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same. Everything's like the chemicals that they put in.
Yeah, but it's like it's higher dosages.
Yeah. And then like, so you take it like you could take the regular stem and the non-stem and like hit the same effects aside from the caffeine. That this new stuff has like completely different stuff. Like
Steroids in it.
Yeah, steroids. yeah, massive
This shit got us
steroids.
hitting though.
No, for real. So
we like jacked that pre-workout jacked.
Jack 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had an actual fucking crack in it.
Let me move.
They got away with it for a good little bit too.
Taking a little bit of a snort. That'd be
It's
anybody
funny.
who does that.
People who like took Jack 3D, hearing them people talk about them taking Jack 3D is the funniest shit
Yeah.
ever. I mean, that was a shit.
Government had to come here and fuck it up. Take it away from me.
It's funny, bro. Like, it's literally like crack addicts. So I'm like
Yeah.
reminiscing of it.
Yeah, literally, that's what it is.
It's funny.
So like, what? I know you like. Y'all like gorilla pre-workout, don't y'all? Like
Yep.
any
Gorilla
type of
mode.
gorilla mode. I like Banff from Bucked Up, and I also like Axe Sledge. Hard working motherfucker. They're non-stem. I usually, I fuck with it. I've tried gorilla mode, but I've never really had like as good of experience with it. And all of you guys have tried Bucked Up too, and
Yeah.
I think hard working motherfucker.
You got a double scoop grill mode.
Yeah, see, I don't double scoop shit.
You got to 2 scoop it. That's what it's really meant.
That may
But,
go why.
the reason why is it has so much shit in it. Like even 1 scoop is like that big of a scoop. It has so much. It has like L-citrulline and creatine.
Yeah, I
and
know, it's got a
sometimes
lot of
caffeine.
shit in it,
It's
I
got a
know.
ton of stuff.
I'd do it double yet. Yeah, double scoop.
That's where you really get your nice pumps and.
Like, do you have when you were using pre-workout? Did you have a preferable thing like that, or do you remember, or you just kind of grab whatever you wanted? Just grab whatever you wanted.
Casual.
Well,
Fucking casual.
Casual.
do you guys
profile.
prefer like when do you guys usually work out? Like, what time of the day?
I try to work out in the afternoon, but sometimes it ends up going late.
I thought with afternoon workouts.
I do too. The reason why I fuck with afternoon over morning is because like stressor, like you mentioned. So like I kind of want to like offload all my stress from the day, and I think it helps if I do it closer to nighttime. I don't want to start my day like running to the gym, running back, trying to shower. I'd feel rushed, to be honest. I don't want to have to wake up so early that I don't feel rushed because I'll be going to bed at fucking like 8 p.m. to go to. Yeah. Instead, I go to bed at like 10:30 or 12.
I feel like honestly, if you get
big
your
gap.
workout in, I like being woke up, lifting, like fully awake, and I can just do whatever I want to do without having to like do wake up shit. So I like going through my whole day, and then I guess like in the afternoon, I feel like whenever you work out, have a real good ass workout, it helps you sleep so much better sometimes.
And I feel like my mornings are more sacred, especially like when I don't have shit going on. I like to wake up and kind of have like a slower morning, get my email and do whatever the fuck I gotta do. But it's not stressful. I don't want to immediately wake up and then go push my body to the max. You know?
Yep.
Like as soon as I get out of bed, I don't want to be fucking like lifting 400 fucking pounds or what the fuck I'm trying to do.
Plus, you gotta eat.
Yeah,
before you lift.
and then you're gonna be sore all motherfucking day. So like wife or mommy needs you to carry in groceries or some shit. You're gonna wind up tearing a fucking bicep doing some stupid ass shit. So
That's another big thing is I like to get a meal in before I lift.
I do too. I like to have a good fucking like base. I wanna increase my like. You're waking up after hibernating basically for fucking hours, fucking dehydrated like a motherfucker. Got no carbohydrates. Even if you did like drink and eat something, your body's not gonna be as replenished as it worked out in the afternoon.
You probably have a higher chance of injuring yourself early in the morning too. Less
Probably,
electrolytes, less
because you're
water
not
in your
as
system.
limber either. Because like even like if you walk to work or walk around wherever you're going, like you're warming up your body.
Yep.
So
I'm way too stiff to work out in the mornings. When I was in football, that was just the thing that just sucked. You had to get up and go work out in the mornings. It was in the springtime. It was not. All right, before class and everything. Like, you got used to it, but I already did that.
You feel good when you went to class and shit. Oh my god! Plus in the summertime,
Yeah.
when you lifted, you'd be sweating all fucking day.
Yeah.
Where I hate that shit.
speaking about being stiff, you guys do a lot of like stretching, mobility work at all, or
Not much I used to.
you guys warm up before you work out?
Yeah, I warm up like just doing movements and actual like start really light on the movement I'm going to be doing
Uh-huh.
and work up, but not necessarily doing a full body stretch.
Yeah.
I will stretch afterwards on leg days and stuff.
You do any like static holds for like stretching? Like let's say on squat day, do you like stretch your hammies out, or you just like sink into a squat and hold it? What would you be more likely to do?
I probably would do some hamstring stretches first, but then work into a more static. But I mean, like as tight as I am, it's like 135.
Damn right.
I'm working up like 405 or like my top set 315 for reps, whatever. Before I'm good, hips are loose. Before I'm ready to go.
That's how I feel. I've had to completely rework my squat form, and I've been kind of messing with how I warm up. I feel like it's a lot better when you just take it slow, go down deep, like feel it, and then just kind of keep warming up until it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And then whatever if you feel like hurts, stretch it, rub it, get some blood in there, and slowly work your way up. Just do the bar till it don't hurt, 135 till it don't hurt, 25 till it don't hurt, and you can up. That's how I feel.
What I've been doing, I'll do static every night. I do like a full body stretch. Like I get in the floor, I stretch my hammies, and like I've tore my hamstring 3 different spots before. Like I've had so many fucking injuries. I almost completely tore this fucking quad. I still haven't got my squat back up from it, and it's still like sometimes it'll flare back up. This IT band fucks up. I think my legs, especially, is because I didn't fucking warm up, and like I still think I'm pretty young for my age, of course, but like I think
Pretty young for your age.
yeah, but I think like my injuries are catching up with me, and like I need to start warming up and not just fucking like putting on 135 and just going at it,
Well, I think a part of that's like all the fuck shit you did, like 17, 18.
I was getting there fucking killing it. So
Killing yourself, yeah.
yeah, literally in the fucking gym. But I mean, like I don't know. I take it a lot slower, and I fucking stretch every night, like I said, and then sometimes in the morning if I got time, I'll stretch, but that's hit or miss. But definitely, I think the stretching at night has really helped me, especially in my flexibility with martial arts too. Like I've got my kicks back up. I don't have any hamstring pain when I kick anymore. So that's really nice. I don't have any hamstring pain when I squat or deadlift. Also, but I also agree with Quinn as far as like doing the movements to warm up. Like I usually just do the bar with the squat. I record myself. That way I can see my form, and then if I need to make any tweaks to my form, whatever, I'll use the bar, I'll squat, I'll put on 135, I'll squat, and 225, and I'll squat. And I'll do like probably 3 sets of 225 before I even feel like moving up any higher than that. That's after I've done like all my static stretching and I've been in the gym for
I feel like a part of that is relearning the movement every single time you lift too.
I mean, yeah, and also because I only squat once a week, so like people that squat or hit legs twice a week, they are practicing that form way more than I am. Like in a whole year, they're doubling the amount of form work I'm fucking doing. And like they probably got bigger ass fucking legs and a bigger fucking squat than me. So like,
that's why you got to lighten your load and increase your frequency.
yep. And like, I don't know. I personally I like training chest twice a week. Maybe I need to swap that up and give my chest a break. I've thought about that recently. It's just like swapping that out and just hitting bench twice a week. But I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of powerlifters now that their workout is increasing in frequency, but they only have one intense day. They have one day where they work up to like 85, 90% of the max, and the next day might be like 60, 75%. They just work on their movements and let their chest rest to get some muscles. What a lot of the elite ones do now. Now, granted, most of them are fucking enhanced, but
Yeah.
I think there's still some credence to that.
I've seen a lot of people, like, I know Quinn, when he was really fucking lifting heavy ass fucking weights, he started, I think he started blocking it off as far as like you go up to like 65% one week and then you jump up like, a higher percentage the next and then slowly work your way up between 4 weeks to like a.
Yeah, I did that I wanted to max on my birthday, and I kind of planned out like, hey, I'm going to start off at this.
You're having peak.
I'm peak out, and that really did work. I smashed 500 on squat, pulled 550 really well, tore my bicep slightly when I pulled it, but it was really, really easy though. And then I benched 355 that day, so I messed my pec up again. But it worked. It worked pretty good though.
Pain.
Besides the pain, peaking out was. I feel like that's what I would like to do if once I get back into heavy lifting. Set a date. Hey, this day I want to max out on this lift and work up to it. That way you're not like fluctuating between this and that. So
that's kind of what I did on that 30 day.
335, I think.
I did 335 the other day. Or like 2-3 days ago. I didn't even lift for that at all. But that first max.
I'm bad about just going in like I have one chest day that's light. Like I just try to work on my speed and shit. But I can usually tell. I kind of let my body and how I feel when I start working out like dictate how heavy I'm gonna go because like I don't want to. I'd rather live to lift another fucking day than get a horrible ass injury and sit out because I know how it feels to sit out, and it's fucking awful. But it's like I usually have heavy chest, heavy bench, a deadlift, and a heavy squat. Like I get 90% usually at least. But it's probably not really good on my joints and shit, and I'm gonna suffer for that eventually. In my mind, I'm trying to get up to a decent strength, compete, go national. Whatever happens, and I'll probably be done.
I think you ought to be competing now, honestly.
I would, but after this scare on my quad, like I had my balls cut off basically after I had this shit because I didn't want to get heavy weight again because like it scared the shit out of me, bro. Like I thought I was done for ever.
Yeah, you tore your quads. But
I don't even floor.
Well, that had nothing to do with you lifting heavy. That had everything to do with floor fucking.
Yeah, but like it was like I was already coming up with the weight and I was about to just stand up and then it fucking went. So like something was fucked up. And like I was getting ready to go for another PR on my squat. Like I was going to go for 535 that weekend. Like it was moving great. Like the weight was going good. And it's a wonder it didn't fucking go because I had like 475 or some shit like that on my back. And I put it all on this leg and I sit up with it all the way and locked it out. And I couldn't even fucking walk. Like it was bad. The shit out of me. But anyway, I've been slowly working my way back up. I'm staying about like I hit 495 probably 2 weeks ago, I think, on squat. But I'd like to get up to 515 before I put on wraps. We'll see. And I'm also going to compete for like a raw. I'd rather avoid equip, to be honest, because it's like.
I'll do a raw one. I'll do a raw, and then if you really felt like you could equip lift that much, increase your total by like 100 pounds.
I don't fuck with bench shirts, to be honest. Bench shirts scare the shit out of me, bro. Because it's like, why? Like, I bench like 415, but it's like, put it on 50 more fucking pounds and like hoping that a fucking rubber band gets that shit up, bro, and I don't tear anything or break anything.
You can put a lot more than 50.
Yeah, I know, but it's like that shit scary to me and it's stupid. You know, it's
Oh.
not safe.
Well, if you don't, where people hurt themselves on bench, if they have flexibility, to hurt themselves on bench is dragging their shoulders out and straining like crazy.
Yep.
So what I would do is I would just like, if you were going to do equip lifting, I would put that shit on my chest and go up. And if it felt like I couldn't get it, I ain't gonna sit there and try to like bust my balls trying to hit.
Yeah.
And dude, if you weigh less than 200, I'm gonna say that there might be one person, maybe like 2-3 people in the state that get over 405,
I agree.
182.
Yeah.
Maybe, might be even less.
But even like national, see, and I might not even fucking place. I'd be fine, dude. I'd be ecstatic if I got fucking third place in a national meet, bro. Like, I'd be like,
You want to hear some? Yeah, you want to hear some crazy shit? You don't even know how crazy your bench. You know the Trend Twins,
yeah,
dude, that are blasting gear and powerlifting. The strongest motherfucker, he does 435, and they weigh like 212.
I know that.
What's that? IPF, and there's this other one.
USAPL.
Yeah, I got my coworkers. He competed in USAPL. Here a couple like 2 weeks ago. He's about 181 weight class. His numbers were he had a 415 squat, had a 335 bench, and a deadlift. He got second.
Damn.
Guy who beat him was like 18 years old, and obviously blasting something because he totaled 400 pounds more than he.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah. So
Damn.
and usually they if you do really well, if you break a record, you get drug tested. You know? He broke the state record for deadlift, and he didn't get his award, nor did he show up for a drug test. Also, I think the state record for Mississippi is like 340.
Really?
181.
Bro, go break.
You gonna
that
show up
shit.
for your You gonna show up for your drug test?
Yes, bro. I want to show up before and after I fucking get that.
That's USAPL. So
Yeah, why
Yeah.
are you not doing that?
That's tested.
I didn't even fucking know. I thought the numbers were way fucking higher for like the shit I've been looking at. The barrier for entry, like for nationals, is like it's hit or miss depending on the year. It just kind of depends which big fish is coming out that year.
yeah,
And seems like it's about 1,600 pound total is like what I need to be able to compete. So I'm at 545, 35, something like that.
Nationals.
1,500.
IPF or USAPL?
I think it's IPF. is what I was
IPF's
thinking.
untested. That's like what Ray Williams and all them bashers.
Maybe I need to look into USAPL then.
I would do USAPL first. Do your natty lifts,
for all lives.
your raw lifts, all your natty shit.
You'll win, dude.
Especially here. There might be some crazy fucker in Texas.
Bro, go get your dick sucked, dog. You need to run that bag.
I just love to compete again, like at least one good time, like, and even if I didn't win anything, like I just want to go national. If I got my foot in the door at nationals, I'd feel accomplished.
Would.
Like that's all I'd fucking.
We got 600
You win that
dead,
shit pretty easy, man.
415 bench, 500 squat.
So you're gonna go do that, right? You're gonna go do that next.
I should be able to get my
You're gonna do it 181.
yeah, because I'm at 187 right now, and that's not much to drop at all, considering that 13-pound fucking drop I did. And now I got more water weight on me now, so it's like
What I do is I try to gain, like, I try to bulk right now, get my lifts up, then I would cut. And you'd have like a slow ass 6-month cut where you could.
That's why I'm saying you need to pick a day. You're gonna go sign up for.
Yeah.
I would do it like
Right.
right now.
Pick
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Like, let's get that shit.
And I do it right now, and then we could all fucking like help you schedule that shit. Like,
that'd be lit as fuck for like summer and shit. Like,
All right, so that's what we're doing next summer. Y'all be ready.
summer bulk.
all right.
Y'all be
No,
ready.
hell no. We bulking right now. We bulking right
Yeah,
now.
we're-
Yeah, I've been continuously bulking. I'm trying to recomp, stay at like high 180s and like no more than 190.
Bro, let's say you were gonna lift, like, what do you say you want to lift in a year from now?
Yeah.
You need to get
'Cause I
fat.
thought-
Like,
'cause
you need to get fat right now, bro. Not like fat, but you literally get like 195, 198 or some shit, and just fucking polar bear up and see how much muscle you can put on, bro. In 6 months, bro. If you'll just slowly cut yourself down, down to 181, that would be really easy because that's even above your natural body weight.
Yeah,
Natural body weight's like 160.
I'm way above my natural body weight because, like, if I didn't eat as much as I did, I know damn well I dropped down to like 148, bro. Like, I'd waste away.
And I'll literally like bust your nuts on what you're fucking lifting or what you're eating is. That's what if you need help on that shit.
I've just been eating. It's so fucking hard. Like, the only way I was able to put on weight, like, I was just trying to bulk up, and I was just eating nothing but clean, like, rice and chicken, bro. I was eating a shit ton, but it was... I couldn't put on weight.
There's no calories.
And, like, now I started eating out more and, like, you know, grabbing, not McDonald's, but maybe going to Subway or some shit. And, like, that's not...
Got a girlfriend.
Huh?
Got a girlfriend.
No, real shit.
Put women in your ass.
women
Oh,
put
yeah.
weight
Oh,
on
yeah.
your ass,
That's
bro.
another reason. Yeah, my girlfriend, she'd be bringing me, like, cookies and brownies and stuff every now and then. I know them things are calorie dense, bro.
Trying to fatten you up, keep you around.
Yeah, that's
bro.
what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, every time she started
This
bringing, I'm
motherfucker
like,
can't get too jacked.
yeah, she's like, oh, you trying to take away my six pack, bro? Like, anyway,
You look better, bigger.
for real. I'll
Oh, I swear to God.
I'll look into
You
that
look good
though.
how you are right now. Better green or cut. Fuck you.
Oh,
But dude, I'll get on your fucking ass about and like show you little fucking tricks and shit, help you out on like there's ways that you can eat rice and like actual clean shit.
bro, I'm about to bring like 1 billion pounds of deer meat over to my house, bro. And be like, okay, bro.
No, man, I swear to
Thanks,
God,
man.
bro. I have the reason that I have recomped so much, bro, and like I look better, but I've way more than I ever have. I have been living on nothing but deer meat, eggs, and potatoes. Deer meat, eggs, and potatoes for the past like 3 months. I've been eating like vertical diet shit. I've been eating 2 russet potatoes, 2 eggs, and like 1/4 pound of backstrap / tenderloin / deer burger, bro. And that shit, that's how I got a max. I got a max on fucking bench. Literally just fucking around. Like I literally just went in there, benched like 275 for a shitload, 295 easy, and I looked at him and I was like, you know what, we're gonna max. I hit 335 max. And then my squat's doing God tier and like getting way more lean somehow, even though I weigh like 290.
Yeah, your squat's been coming up. I know you've been having like he's had experience with leg problems like the longest.
Hamstring tear. I got a little bit of knee problems. I just weigh a lot. A bunch of back problems. That's probably because I weigh a lot too. But my dad's got chronic back problems too. That's probably genetic.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna suffer for all this bullshit when I get older. Like, hell, Ronnie Coleman, that video of Ronnie Coleman. Now, I'm never gonna like, hopefully, never be as fucked up as he is right now. But like, they ask him, you know, how's your pain level, you know, every day, and it's like 11 out of 10, and then he's like 9 out of 10 one day, and like constantly in fucking pain, like. And it's sad to see that shit because you see how big and like how strong he was, and then like, of course he still looks pretty good for his age, but
I think you pay for lifting that heavy, dude.
I think you're skeletal. Like I think it's not even like muscular pain. I think it's more
Nerves.
skeletal. Yeah.
You like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't as big as Ronnie, but he was pretty close. He don't have any problems at all. Good now. Like he's old as Ronnie is pretty much. Maybe within 5 years of each other. Good. He don't have any fucking.
It's
back
also
problems.
because Jay, as far as I know, I've never lifted as heavy as Ronnie did.
That's what I'm saying. He never lifted that heavy. He always just he did it to failure. But he was a bodybuilder. He wasn't a powerlifter.
Yep.
If I was you, bro, I would do the powerlifting game young.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna blow
And
my
then
load early, and then I'll be
transition
like,
to-
all right, bro. It's like, I mean, if I'm old as fuck, bro. Like,
Now some guys don't have that problem. Some guys can go till they're 50 or 60 powerlifting, and they don't have terrible problems. They just get old and they eventually give out and they just can't lift as
well,
heavy.
yeah, and your joints only got so many miles on them before they wind up, you know, wearing down and becomes bone on bone and cartilage is fucking gone.
You got to take care of them. There's ways to
Yeah.
build them up. And it's a lot of like Louis Simmons. He created the hyperextension, reverse hyper machine to fix his fucking back. He broke his fucking back.
I need to get one of those. My back, I don't know, my back just got all kind of chronic problems.
I'm sure I've got bulging disc or some shit somewhere in my back. Some fuck up shit.
Sure.
I think as long as you take care of the body, you can lift good. You know, not the average person, but more of a upper tier lifter.
You gotta be on gear though.
Yeah,
I know you've been
for
playing
something like that.
basketball. On another note, I know you've been playing basketball a little bit for cardio and like for just a little mobility, haven't you? And, you know, throwing the ball around a little bit.
Yeah, I've been just fucking around with dribbling, and whenever I'm at your house, I'll shoot a little bit. Play. It's definitely it helps
fun.
a lot with your ankle and your mobility and your knee mobility.
Yep.
Helps a lot. It's good for your just natural flexibility, stuff like that.
I've been putting on my cleats and kicking a ball around. I'll put some cones and stuff. I've been dribbling like with the soccer ball, and like I'm trying to like do explosive movements and like really fast foot movements. And I think it's built up my knees a little bit better, and especially like it's just the quick changes in direction. I think are so crucial to like your knees. Like my knee pain is almost gone now.
I think part of it is moving in multiple directions, planes, backwards, sideways, instead of just that one up and down movement like you would in a squat or just pulling with a deadlift. Like that different strain in your knees, it strengthens all the muscles and stabilizes your knee. Whatever you're squatting or doing. Definitely better.
It'd be nice to have a little like field day with the guys and shit. Not gonna lie, like just throw we just throw a football around or some shit, you know.
Yeah,
like,
we could get a little 3v3 basketball thing going on, and we could just shoot, play. I mean,
yeah,
it ain't gotta be serious.
I don't know. I've kind of seen how some people in our group play.
Ain't gonna be
Pretty
serious.
bad.
Airball.
I was just messing.
We could have like
bro.
we got a little cardio day or something.
Yeah.
We could do multiple things.
Flag football would be fun.
Wiffle ball.
Or like something we don't do, ultimate frisbee. None of us play that a lot. But like we all be good at it, but we don't.
No, I mean,
no one's a try
I'm not
hard
good
at
at basketball.
No.
I fuck around with the basketball. I'm not good at basketball.
I'm saying we could do a little bit of everything.
You're just saying this because you don't want anybody to be better than you.
No, I'm like I'd be pretty bad.
You know what? This
basketball.
motherfucker plays. This back up here plays. He plays ultimate frisbee every weekend.
Y'all ever hear about ultimate frisbee, bro?
Ultimate frisbee.
Hey, I know y'all play ultimate frisbee, right? Oh no, well it's real simple, bro.
I don't know how to play this game either, but you want to do this and this and this.
It's funny.
And bro, I watch the YouTube.
You play like flag football or something, whatever.
But all right, let's swap gears a little bit. This is a different topic. So we all know about like what's been going on recently. Shootings has been.
Oh my god, bro! I'm not, bro. What is he about to talk about right now? I don't know why I did not think about it.
It's not like I just want to. It's a pretty serious topic, but like it's been the shootings have been going on around the United States. It's keep increasing, and like people are always like, "Oh, this is the reason." Like this is only happening because like there's no gun control, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Like, what do y'all think about that? Y'all think there should be more gun control? Like, y'all feel?
Guns. There's more laws on guns than anything else. There's thousands of laws. The Second Amendment has been stripped away from. You can have anything you wanted, but you can have anything that the government had. You could have. Now, you can have some stuff. I mean, like, if you think about it, like the government doesn't build their own nukes. I mean, that's a private company that makes their own fucking nuke. You get a permit for that shit. I mean, you get permits to have full autos, permits to have a lot of stuff, but like it's just no restrictions on it. Not saying I don't know if everybody should have nukes, but whatever. But I would think that it's under attack because man, the government doesn't want people armed. I mean, once a people's armed, whether you're on the left or the right, if the government is oppressing you, you can resist. But if you have no guns, and let's say how like one part of the government is persecuting the opposite side of the aisle, you can fight back. Once nobody has guns, then everyone's impressed with the government.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's tyrannical government that's just going to overpower the people. Oh,
By the way, we already there.
I mean, you're right. Yeah.
For my criminology class, I was in.
We think we stomped on.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
Not?
We got so many people.
Are we not stomped on?
I mean, like they're not gonna door to door and throw us in gulags yet. That's the next step.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're not vaccinated? Oh, well, buddy, do we have them right here, bro?
I mean, there's digital gulags. I mean, you can go there, but
yeah, but here's the thing: is like it probably will never get that worse, but it'll get like.
If we let it get that bad, it will get.
No,
that
it already is that bad. It's a matter of like, it's just a slave camp.
Yeah. Another reason. It's crime in general is going up. It's not just shooting; it's just crime. And
but is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes. I've wrote a 1,700 word paper on this. This
Oh,
year.
oh,
I know you're joking, but
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. Well, you know what? My daddy owns crime, bro. My daddy owns a police station, and he said it's not.
Spoken like a real criminal, Blake.
yeah.
I just want to know, man.
But
No.
anyway, I think it's like the reason crime's increasing so much is because there's a lot of people able to get away with it, and
Hold on.
they're not incarcerated. Go ahead.
I got so many questions that it's not even like.
No, shoot, bro.
First off, how do we know that's going up?
Statistics. I mean, like everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to go over first. Is how is it going up?
So you want me to say something that I shouldn't be saying?
Yes. Look, I'm sorry, bro.
Nah.
I got so many questions.
I mean, we can
Let's
talk
just
about
cut it
statistics. No, I mean, like,
No,
let's be real. Let's be real for a second.
Like, I
13%.
don't know what you're saying.
Well, I'm just saying in general, the crime's going up. But I mean, obviously, we do have what you're probably trying to get me to say, which I'm just going to go and say it, is that the African American community it does have a higher criminal like crime percentage.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it
fine.
does.
That's fine. But like, I'm trying to like, what else? I'm not even trying to get you to do anything or say anything. I just like.
I mean, like, that's not my.
Where are we going?
I mean, I'm not saying anything that's opinion based. That's just factual based. I mean, like, they make
it's based.
It's 13 to 20% of the United States population, and they create a lot of the crime. I mean, it's not every single one of them, but it's rampant, and it's rampant in poor communities too. I mean, like, it's just I think a lot of it comes from like the reward ratio. Like, if they're not being incarcerated and locked up for the crimes they're doing, and they're let out to reoffend and repeat, whatever they're doing. And it's like there's no punishment for it, so like the reward is always going to be greater than the punishment. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but
so it's going to cause them to like.
I don't,
What you thinking?
what's your point?
What do you mean? I'm just saying crime's going up, and you're like,
Yeah,
is
so
it?
what-
You're
so what
like,
do you-
What's the
think?
solutions, Jackson? What's the solutions?
solutions? I think like obviously everybody's going to need to take into their accountability, their own security, because no one's going to do it for them. So like, not only do you need to like still have a home defense weapon, you need to have home surveillance if you really want to like be safe and keep your children or belongings safe, because you're not always going to be able to be home to defend your property. So like that's what I think everybody would have to take their own security into their own hands. But the problem with that's really sucks is like, especially in New York and all these liberal states, you got a lot of liberal laws, and like the DA always takes in these cases where people defend themselves and then make the victim out to be like the bad guy because he gets one up. It's like, for one, there was a garage worker. Now the DA did throw this one out, but he wasn't at first. A garage worker was working security for this parking garage, and he saw
What state?
New York. Saw an African American prowling through vehicles and stuff and stealing, and he went up to question him what was in the bag, and the African American shot him in the stomach, and the security guard wasn't having that, so he took the gun away from the criminal and shot that dude twice, and the police came up, arrested them both, and unfortunately the criminal lived, and they both lived, thankfully, but they were going to persecute the security guard for holding an illegal firearm because the criminal had a illegal firearm that wasn't registered. And because the victim picked it up and then shot his attacker with it, they were like, well, you were in possession of it, so we're going to charge you with that. And then they are also going to charge him for intentional manslaughter because he shot the dude twice. So it's like there's no defense. And like this one's pretty recent too in New York on a subway. There was a man that had been arrested 47 times for aggravated assault and basically attacking random people, streets and stuff, and in the subway. And he just gets released right back into the subways and keeps on doing it. And the dude said that he was going to kill somebody on the train, and a Marine stepped up and subdued him and put him in a chokehold, held the chokehold too long and killed him. And then now he is being arrested for murder. When the dude attacked him first, threatened to kill somebody on the subway already, and has a rap sheet longer than fucking 3 pages, and he wasn't incarcerated. Like, you let these mentally ill people and these people that obviously have problems and troubles, and you talk about this reform, but yet you don't reform them or incarcerate them, and you punish the people for defending themselves. So
I always like places like that. They don't believe in a right to self. Obviously, there needs to be people like that need to be off the street who are mentally ill. They put programs that's going to help them out, do good stuff for them, not just politicians say like, hey, we're gonna help the mentally ill, we're gonna help the homeless. They don't do jack shit about it. Then you have homeless camps where they make money off having homeless people there. I mean, it's not like the whole jail system. It's all screwed up. But like, you can't just because the jail system is screwed up, the mental health crisis is screwed up. Doesn't mean like self-defense gets thrown out the window. Like, oh, now no one has the right to self-defense. Well, I would say like, you don't go to New York, you don't go to Chicago, you don't go places like that. You just, that shit's gonna happen, bro. If you want to live there, man, you fucking go live there. And if you're in a subway and shit happens to you and you had to defend yourself and someone gets killed, well, you're dumb as fuck for living there. It sucks that you had to deal with that shit and do what you had to do. Hey man, why the fuck are you living there? Yeah. It's like, because I mean, like, they no matter what they're gonna throw you under the bus for anything. So it's like you gotta move the fuck out.
It's funny how a couple of years ago they were talking about defunding the police. How all police need to be defunded. They need to be, social workers need to go take care of things. Like, people need to go take care of things themselves. And then they'll vote in the same idiots that were saying defund the police. They'll bring in, they'll say, well, you can't even defend yourself.
Yep.
So they just want criminals to run rampant for some.
Get rid of cops. Get rid of the right to self-defense. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, I think this is what their strat is. They want people to just stay in their house, shut up, and don't complain.
Yep.
And they just want people to order shit on their phone, get fat, lazy, don't ever go out. They just want to sit there.
It seems like they want,
because you're safe.
Yeah. It seems like they want anarchical. Like, really. Like, they want to be.
It's scare tactics.
They want to be in power, but they want to keep the weak subdued and indoors and, like, not on the streets and stuff. And it's insane because it's not safe for anybody. It's just going to keep on getting worse until there's a breaking point eventually. Yep. Hopefully there will be, but a lot of people are too comfortable with their own lives. Don't want to go without electricity or like without AC or like running water. Don't know, and the problem is they don't know how to sustain themselves. So like they won't fight against the government. They won't fight back because they're afraid to lose their comforts. So.
I ain't seeing how there's any reason to live in a big city like New York or Chicago or Los Angeles unless you just want to be kind of a corporate slave. There's nothing to do there for yourself besides go spend money on. I mean, just
ridiculous housing. It's like $2,000 a fucking month for housing.
Spend money on big corporate things, and then go work for a big corporation. Like the government steal your money. And
get taxed twice, you mean? You know, like when they tax your...
the taxes are even worse up there.
Let me tax your income, and then when you buy shit, I'm going to tax that shit too, by the way. So, Thanks. And then also we're going to pocket probably 90% of the shit anyway. Or send it off to some foreign fucking country.
And go blow up kids.
Yeah.
Taxes are a scam across the board.
Straight up. It's theft. Taxation is theft.
Yep.
I'll say it might not have been theft 50, 60 years ago, but now it's definitely theft. They take the debt ceiling up. Like, where's all that money going?
And they want to convert everything to electronic, so they can monitor that shit. They want the USD coin, eventually they're going to try to cap a one world currency, I think. And that way they control every payment. Like, you paying that drug dealer $20 for that gram, $2,000, whatever you paying for, bro. And they're going to have a record of that. Be like, oh, who's this? Yep. Why is he getting money? Why does he have a job? How does he have all this money?
Where's our tax money at?
Yeah. And like the IRS, I saw this thing where it was like the IRS just wanted people, if you stole something, stole like over $10,000 in value, they wanted you to report it to the IRS and pay taxes on it. Now they'd probably turn you in, but like that's still stupid, bro. It's like, oh, you stole this? That's fine, bro. Just give us taxes on it. Like, you're a criminal? Oh, that's fine. Just give us taxes, bro.
Probably wouldn't fucking write that as long as you get tax money. Let's be real here. All I want is their money.
I don't know. But about the shootings and stuff, though, I know, like, at one of the recent ones at one of the malls, I saw the image of a family with one of their children. The child's brains were blown out about 5 feet. It was pretty sad. The father had been mag dumped, and they were awful. Like, it was just an awful image. And I could see that it looked from the image that they were trying to protect their child, and thankfully one of their children was able to run away and wasn't shot. They were able to get away from the shooter. Of course, there was a few other bodies around them, but like that image really shows you that you have to protect yourself, and the only way to make yourself like have security, you have to be the one to give that. No one else is going to give you that, because they were minding their own business, enjoying their day, and then some absolute insane person jumped out of their vehicle and started shooting. And unfortunately, they just wrong spot, wrong time.
you're a father or a mother, you have to take that. You have to take the responsibility of protecting your family and you to yourself. I mean, I get it's victim. Yeah, it's victim blaming. Yeah, whatever. But you cannot walk around and then someone gets shot and then blame the gun. No, it's about the person. And if you want to protect yourself, it's clear the best option is to carry a pistol.
Get a fucking vending machine with ammo and pistols, bro. Let people just grab that shit because, like, at this rate, the only defense we got is the defense we give ourselves. And, like, you're trying to take that shit away from us. And I'm not saying it would have had a different outcome, but I think it could have had a different outcome.
That family might have got killed, but the family behind them might have had just enough time to grab their weapon and do something.
That's what I'm saying. The victims, if they had the means to defend themselves, I don't think they would have been so defenseless in a corner at the mercy of some attacker that obviously had no remorse for anybody there.
Well, that Nashville shooting, when that person shot that Christian school, the person in their manifesto was talking like, hey, I'm gonna go attack this school instead, before they decided on that one, the Christian school. And they're like, no, I'm not going to attack here because there's security there. There's armed. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. And they went to an unarmed Christian school. Yep. And killed 3 kids and 3 faculty members.
And when you have these zones that are like schools, for example, these zones that are like, have these signs that, oh, no guns on premises, that's an open invitation for people trying to do harm, because like, these guys are like, they're unprotected. I can do as much as I want, and I got at least 15 minutes for a cop even arrives. Yeah. And Uvalde's case, you got 2.5 hours or so.
Oh, but you got all day long, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, you sure as shit can't rely on the cops, because they ain't fucking trained. I mean, there's bad cops everywhere. And there are good cops in places too.
Cops were out here, though.
I'm saying, like, there are good cops, and there's also bad cops like Uvalde. You never know what you're gonna get until, hey, you're in the shit.
You can't rely on anybody else to come take care of that shit for you.
Exactly. I mean, there's a 15-minute response time.
Even if they were good cops, you can't rely on them to take care of it.
I mean, like, what are they gonna do if they get shot too?
And even if you're not a good shot,
it takes them 10 minutes to get there.
Exactly.
And it takes them another 5 minutes to figure out where he's at.
Yeah.
Another 5 minutes to actually execute on what their plan is.
Yeah.
And if there's more than one shooter, then that takes even longer, because they can't just run up in there; they're gonna get killed. And then you got that Nashville shooter, and that's an example of like a good damn police officer that just runs up in there, taps the cunt, and she's dead, just like that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what having a gun will do, is eliminating the threat.
And I'm not saying everybody should be armed. That is, because there's some people that just shouldn't be armed.
You got to go. You should have to go through hours and hours of training.
I think at least like.
What do you mean?
I think like
for you to be able to carry a gun in the school zone, you should be able to have to go through hours of training to carry one as faculty.
I think so.
You have to know how to shoot. You have to know how to identify when to shoot.
Well, they actually do that in Mississippi.
I think like a 4-hour training
course.
That's smart. I think a 4-hour training course is sufficient enough to show how to shoot at least.
I don't.
Look, but it's beyond how to shoot.
Yeah.
But hear me. I think it is beyond how to shoot.
I think it's way.
But hear me out, because it's like if you had a locked shotgun in each classroom or something, or wherever these faculty members are, they could pull it out, and if someone was trying to get in the door or was about to come in, they could at least shoot. And hey, the shooter's gonna be like, maybe I shouldn't walk into an open, buckshot round coming at me, bro. And they might be like, let me try this. Twice. Yeah, let me try this classroom. Like, even if you're not a good shot, showing them you have the force and can match their force will make them slow down or rethink.
I know some schools, like, teachers are allowed to carry. They, of course, they have to do their CCW first.
I'm pretty sure there's some people up here that...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They have to, first off, say, hey, talk with police officers, hey, I'm willing to go on this list of, like, hey, I'm carrying in school. But they have to go through so much training. It's a huge responsibility. Not only are, like, once they say, hey, I'm on this list to carry in class, now that, like, you're carrying in class, like, when as a school shooter scenario happens, there's a certain task you have to perform. It's not you just staying in your own room. You go beyond that. So, like, it's for people who are willing to take the training and the risk of dealing with a school shooter. It's not they don't just like handing some random gun to somebody who don't want it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So people have to go out their own way to get the training and qualify before they do it. That's what should happen. I mean, first off, I think you should have dedicated armed security, in the schools. On top of that, I would have armed teachers. And I would make it public. I would say, hey, we carry here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't open carry. I
would open carry.
Makes them a target.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying on the sign on the school, hey, we carry here. That was a sign on the school, hey, fuck around and find out. That way, somebody like pulls up, they're gonna think twice. They're gonna go the fuck away.
That's all you're forced deterrent by force.
Yeah.
They know that the people that carries there. I feel like the threat of of you having your back turned and someone turn around and capping you in the back. I feel like that's just as much of a deterrent as some random woman with a shotgun shooting at you at the door.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, if you're walking down the street and like, it sucks that we shouldn't be in New York. You shouldn't live in New York because you know how they're going to judge you if something did happen.
Yeah.
As a person in the United States, the land of the free, you should be able to roam wherever the
you
hell
should.
you want.
You should. Yeah.
Well, you can. You just have to take the risk of what's going to happen.
Yep.
Like the government ain't going to have your back.
Yeah. And that's another thing that sucks. You should be able to go where the hell you want and shouldn't have any fear of being persecuted as a victim, And like, as a good person, as long as you're not doing anything bad, you're always probably going to be drawn from the drop, more than likely. Or unless someone's about to draw on you and you just draw first. But I think if everybody knew in the United States that everybody was carrying, or
they wouldn't pull shit.
80 or 75% of the population was carrying, criminals would think twice. They'd be like, damn, is the stuff in this house worth my life? Or is it worth me trying to rob this person that looks like they're capable and can defend themselves?
That's the thing. What do criminals do? They pick out on vulnerable, easy targets. They're not going to pick out anything that they have to work hard for. That's the whole point of being a criminal. Pick out an easy mark. You figure out what is the risk-reward ratio. And if you think that someone's got a gun, someone behind them might have a gun, you're going to think twice about that. And that people don't understand that. If you disarm every single law-abiding person, crime is just going to go up.
Yeah, because everybody's easy pickings then, bro.
You could walk downtown. You could be some fucking thug, walk downtown with a pistol. You got power over everybody, man.
Yep. You can kill anybody you want. You can take whatever you want.
Because not a normal person is going to want to die for their wallet or for their car. So you can just take it. You just take it because you're not going to put up a fight unless they're crazy.
Yep.
So that's just how I feel about it. I think people that think that banning guns is gonna even like solve a problem at even the most minuscule level are delusional.
And I think the people that want that are people that have never been out in the real world.
No, they don't understand.
And I don't think they're victims. I really don't think they're victims. It's like they've never had anything bad happen to them yet because they're probably in the house all the time and not in places they shouldn't be.
Yeah, or they're rich people that have the ability to put security around themselves.
Or put a fucking 10-foot fence around them. Yeah.
Yep. Or have their doors locked.
Have a fucking compound and live in. Yeah.
And that's what happens when every crisis happens. Big riot events happen. I mean, gun sales go through the fucking roof. They realize that, hey man, I didn't realize shit could get bad, but now shit get bad, and now I'm gonna get guns. Yeah, man, that's just gonna happen.
And that's what I'm talking about. You gotta take security in your own hands, and it's not just about firearms. Like, I think if you have a blatant camera system set up around your house, if you have proper lighting, even motion lighting, like that's gonna scare somebody off away from breaking in probably. And if you have an alarm system and you want to set that at night, I think if they were to break in and it set it off, the loud noise would not only disorient them because they can't fucking hear what's going on. If you're moving around the house, they're probably just gonna run off. And they know the cops have already been contacted because the alarm's going off.
It's very important to have multiple lines of defense before you get to your gun after you shoot somebody. There needs to be like step ups. Hey man, this didn't work. That didn't work. This didn't work. Now like they're coming at me. I have to shoot. I done told them, hey man, I will shoot you.
Also another line of defense for police when they come. Well, they got by this and they got by this. They got by this. Like it shows intent.
It's different levels of force, and they also you're supposed to de-escalate verbally. Now, a lot of police officers are not that way. They just come in. They are like, like I don't know if you guys saw this one or not, but this dude was at a Waffle House or something, and window was busted out. Cop walked up, was like, "Hey, bro, did you do this? You do this?" And bro was obviously intoxicated, drunk, and he kept pulling away. He's like, "No, I didn't do this. I didn't do this." And everybody else like wasn't saying that he did it, and the cop just assumed that he did it because window. And like, bro was just like, didn't want to be arrested, didn't want to be touched, and was backing up, drunk as fuck. Cop pulled out a taser, and then he went to reach for the taser, shot, missed, and so the cop pulled a gun out instead of trying to physically like handle him, and just fucking killed him. So it's like, it's shit like that right there. Like there's no way to train for that situation unless you are vetted by it. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to just be like, oh, well, all cops don't do that shit, but like most cops never have that situation, and they're scared too because there's like, oh, is this guy going to kill me? But you got
the reason why you can't trust the police is that they get there, in those situations.
Yeah,
they get there, they don't know the situation.
Exactly.
They don't know what's going on. They don't know how it started. They don't know who's bad, who's good. And you, if you're the victim, you see exactly what's going on. You know who you got to take care of. You know how to solve the issue right then and there. You do it, and that's the easiest way to do it. The easiest way to take care of something is do it yourself. You don't need to wait for somebody else to come do it. And that's just part of kind of being a grown man in a way. Is you have a problem right in front of you. It's your fucking problem. Take care of it, and you know it's a legal problem then. So once the threat is gone, then whoever needs to come take care of it, come take care of it. Get the body up, ask questions. That.
There's a lot of stuff we could work on in society, but as the rate we're going, we're just going to destroy.
It's just gonna keep. It's gonna keep going and going. The problem is corruption.
It's rampant. It's rampant now.
Too deep. And I've been thinking about this too. Is government that we have it right now, how it's organized and what it is thought to be. Well, what it's intended as is good, but the issue is that the founding fathers never ever thought that there'd be a multi-billion-dollar organizations all over the place that could turn these people
by the government.
Yeah, like they could turn these people to slaves to the corporation and just buy them and do it.
Yep.
Buy one corporation could buy the whole thing outright. And you need to look at certain politicians insider trading, and I don't know if someone showed this, if one of y'all showed this to me, but there's this one senator or representative. He sold.
Oh yeah. I think I showed you that. Yeah, she sold a lot of stocks.
Bank stock like 2 days before it crashed and withdrew all her money.
Yep.
And then she invested like a few $1 million into another corporation right before its stock boomed. Went straight to the moon. Yep. Like they both happened within a couple weeks.
And that's another reason where you have like this wealthy, and I think the inflation now, I think it's intentional as far as like trying to keep the middle class and set them further away from like the higher, like the actual rich people. I mean, like, and the rich just compound their wealth at this point. And then the poor get poorer and the middle class just keep struggling.
They can pick and choose who they want to bring up to their class with them. Is that you get a middle class person, their wages don't change that much. Mm-hmm. How much they're making doesn't change, and they're never going to know how to invest in the stock market properly enough to really invest to gain wealth, and they don't have enough money to make a business.
And prices are still like inflated. And hell, Mississippi, we got a fucking minimum wage at $7.50 still. Ain't been changed forever. But then it was
$7.25 a couple years ago. They changed it by 25 cents.
Yeah, really. Yeah, for real. And they fucking like, and you see how much like we've been, our minimum wages as regular workers barely increased like every maybe like 40 years, and since it's like what 1948 or some shit like that. It's been a crazy long time since we've had an increase as far as like a national increase. But you look at the senators and the people that are like high up, they're adding fucking thousands. I mean, it's crazy like seeing how many thousands they add like almost annually.
If you gave somebody the ability to
infinitely cap their income,
of course they would.
Yeah,
like it's crazy that we allow senators and people, politicians, to allow themselves to give themselves raises. That makes no fucking sense. I mean, like, you could be a senator and you make $180,000 a year, and you could literally not do any damn thing, not pass any fucking laws, not write any new laws. All you do is fucking sit there and vote yes or no, or just present. You could pay $180,000 a year, and you have an infinite term limit. It's like, I try to
get 6 years on their term too.
It's like, I mean, like, it's just broken, dude. They should be making fucking minimum wage, bro. Fuck them.
Another thing about how corrupt the government is, this should really, like, just tell you right here. If you don't believe the government's bad, bro, Bitcoin, they were like, oh, this guy cannot make his own currency and basically make money out of thin air. When Bitcoin started going up, they didn't care about it until it started, like, actually gaining value. Like, actual Bitcoin had value to it. And they were like, yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. But we're the U.S. government, so we can do it. And it was literally he stated it just like that. He's like, "Yep, we can print money because we're the U.S. government, but this guy can't because he's an individual person."
The Federal Reserve is actually a third party. It's not even.
Yeah,
the government doesn't control it. It's third party. They just print their own fucking money.
It's like allowing people because Bitcoin's broken up. There is no like central bank for it. It's kind of like it's by the people and ran by the people. And that's why
the thing about the U.S. dollar is that it used to not be.
I know it used to be gold. Yeah,
1913.
When didn't they abolish like the whole gold reserve?
standard.
Yeah.
Yep. It used to be based on the value of gold. They didn't allow that. You know why? Because they could make however much fucking money they wanted and say that it had a certain value. Set their own value to it. Much. It wouldn't be set on anything that they'd actually have to worry about. They just print it, say it was worth this, move it out. Eventually, now they're printing it so much and trying to give as much money as they can to everything that train. God knows where else all that money's going to.
Their
Now they're
pockets.
printing it out. Yeah, mostly their pockets, honestly.
It is. It's doing them a lot of favors too.
And even when it goes somewhere, it still goes in somebody's pocket.
The funniest thing is like looking at net worth of politicians before they got in office, and then like 10 years later.
Yep.
That's what you're really telling.
From like $700,000 net worth to like multi-millions.
Yeah. Yeah, when they only make $180,000 a year.
But anyway, what speaking of firearms you carry, what type do you carry?
I'm currently carrying a Mechanic TP9 SC. Conceal carry model. Got a Holosun on it. I like it pretty good. Ran probably like 550 rounds through it. Haven't had malfunctions. The only time I had a problem was I didn't have the mag seated properly in it. And
So
it
in the
didn't.
chamber?
Yeah, I just want the mag in and hit ready to go. I
Carry
ran
it
it
at work?
Huh?
Can you carry it at work?
Fortunately. But
You go through meditate or anything like that? Or
nah.
got you.
But everywhere else I carry.
I carry a LCP2. It's a Ruger. It's a small little compact. I call it the pea shooter. It's a 380 ACP.
I would tank that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. I only get 8 rounds in it, but I figure if someone's trying to kill me, they'll be really close, and I can just hole punch their forehead or some shit like that. So I don't know. I usually carry a good amount now, especially because like the increase in crime and shit I've been seeing. It just like when you see those images that are uncensored and you actually see raw report, like I guess like real world shit. You know, it's like this could be used for your family. So it's like this is like the only way you could prevent that or maybe change that shit. And so you were talking before we even started the pod about that one dude that was in that mall, that dome, that guy from what 40 feet away or some shit.
Yeah.
Or something.
I forgot his name. I forgot where it was. But a lot of gun tubers did a lot of his name challenge. Basically, this guy's in a mall. He's carrying a Glock. And he shot 10 times. The shooter pulled a gun, started shooting at people. Didn't kill anybody, thank God. But guy 40 yards across the mall saw him and shot 10 times, hit him 8 times. Chest. Pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And that type of environment, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
He
People running around screaming and shit, and you're able to like sink those shots in like that.
And on them 2 shots, they didn't hurt nobody.
80% accuracy.
He knew what he was doing. But that's like the type of thing that you need to be like. I think if you're gonna carry, I think everyone, of course, will be allowed to have guns who can have guns, and you need to train yourself.
Yeah, you need to.
And you need to be like, if you want to carry in the area, I mean, you got another responsibilities. I don't think the government or anybody else should regulate that and say, hey, you have to pass this, and that, because those said, hey, it's so high of a bar that nobody
person, yeah.
Exactly, nobody can pass.
Yeah.
An individual needs to take their own training seriously. Like, hey, if I'm going to carry here, I'm going to be prepared for it. That's what I do. I mean, I train a lot. As soon as I got my gun, I put a lot of rounds on target.
Yep.
And feel confident, you know.
Yep.
I'm not saying, like, I mean, it's different when I get, start getting shot at, but like.
You know your limits too.
Yeah. And that
you
too.
need to understand that shooting a pistol is not fucking easy.
Yeah.
And like you gotta be smart enough to not start mag dumping some idiot.
Yeah.
Running around in the crowd.
Exactly.
Around a bunch of people.
And you got to know when, hey, you're in that situation, was it better for me to engage or is it better for me to get my family, my folks out of here?
Or am I going to wait? Am I going to sit here and wait?
Yeah.
Or am I going to move? What am I
You
going to
got to know. And it's just, you ain't going to know until you're in the situation.
But training is the most important thing in figuring out
What
situation you're in.
One piece of advice I got: if you do get shot at or shit like that happens, you need to move. Like, do not sit there.
Don't freeze up.
Yeah, don't mall shop and be looking around being like, where is he going? What's going on? At least move. Get the fucking cover. Just move. Because, like, you're easier to shoot just standing. So even if you're not better off, like, knowing what the fuck's going on by moving, you're still harder to fucking hit. So that's the best piece of advice I got is just fucking move.
Yep.
That's why I'm wanting to try to get that damn AR and shit. Government.
Mm.
308's gonna tank R500.
You're gonna get whopped.
Bro, speaking of that shit, like regulations, they won't even let us have a fucking old ass. I hate this shit, but anti-tank rifle. I wanted one like a big ass fucking old.
Now you can buy a Barrett. You can buy a Barrett. Can't
I'm
you?
not talking about Barrett. I'm talking about anti-tank rifle. Like I forgot the actual caliber it is, but I want a Russian one. But can you fucking
Probably
buy
a 14.7 or 12 or 14.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But it's like it's a single shot. It's just
You gotta get permits to get that stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
watched.
no,
it.
no,
You know what Barrett's is as powerful as one.
I think so.
Yeah. 50 cal.
I don't think a Barrett is as powerful
Most
as
anti-tank rifles are 50 cals.
It depends on which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now Russian ones are
The 14.7 is a 50 cal Russian.
No, 12.7 is a 50. They have a Dishka. They also have something higher than a Dishka. I don't even know what it's called particularly. 14.5.
But power wise, it's just about the same as 50 cal.
Yeah.
50 BMG.
Now, Allied anti-tank rifles, they were 50 cals. That's what they made them for. They could 50 cal can penetrate up to like a 30 millimeter.
I'm not very knowledgeable on like the penetration rates or like
You know a lot of
velocity or anything like that. But.
it's all what projectile you shoot. That's more than half.
So what's your go-to? I'm just wondering, like for steel carrying, what's your go-to for like a perfect caliber? Because I was thinking like 9mm is like kind of like the get the most rounds out of 9mm.
I definitely would say 9mm. Get plenty of power. You can carry a lot of ammunition. A lot of it's. I think the most important thing for the gun, I don't even see the caliber, because it's all about like you shoot this gun. Right.
And every gun's gonna fit everybody differently.
Exactly.
You got different hand sizes.
Yeah.
Like the recoil pattern is different on every fucking gun. So like
like there's like for instance, you can get the SIG P365, or Mechanic. I shot P365. That thing is way snap. It's a little bit lighter than my gun is, but it's a lot snappier, not as accurate with it, and same caliber though. So with mine, way more accurate with it. Get better grips, go more confident with it.
It may
have a
be
red dot on it.
Yours may not be as happy because of the weight.
Yeah, I mean it's a heavier, but it's not like significantly heavier.
I got you.
So it's not weight wise, but like I said, like I mean, if you feel really good with a 1911 carrying wise, and you hit really well with it, that might be the caliber for you. I'm
really. I was talking about those staccatos, those 9mm 1911s that are like high speed.
Yeah.
I was really good with the 1911. I still am. I love the 1911. That's the first gun I had. Had it since I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I've put countless rounds through it, and I feel like I can just raise it up and hit whatever I want. But the limits on the ammunition and the weight is like
it's hard to carry.
You're right. And it's a side. But if I was open carrying, I'd probably just go with the 1911 because it fits me.
Yeah, I mean you have spare mags too, but for like back on calibers, I would say like 45, 9mm, 40. I only like 40, but 40 will work. 380. I wouldn't go below 380 power wise.
I've seen some.
You know what I mean?
The Beretta 22s. They're kind of cool, but I don't know if it would.
Yeah,
that'd be more for like have to be really close because I'm not engaging with anybody with a fucking Beretta 22.
There's videos
of dome someone at 50 yards with a 22.
I don't give a damn if I could, bro. I'm not even getting my attention on. I don't want them looking at me, bro. Like
all the videos of like crackheads getting magged up by 9mm in the chest, and you think
they keep coming. Yeah,
you know, 22. So I wouldn't go below 380. 380 like there's like 380 plus P. It was like it's like just right at 9mm. So like power wise, as long as like I said, like as long as you feel confident with the gun and hit with it, and know your limits. Like I'm not gonna start shooting somebody at 50 yards.
Yeah,
like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, see,
from a legal standpoint, and also from a like
with the Glock, I'd feel way more comfortable like longer range, like drawing from like a concealed Glock. I would like my 380. Like I said, my 380, it's got to be like about the size of this room.
Like 5 yards.
I feel comfortable hitting anything in this fucking room.
Yeah, but
further than this. Like, you really got to bring it up and aim, Not really point and shoot.
That's the thing of, like, legally from a logistic, like, legally, you get shooting like that, like, it's going to be, unless, it's mass shooting, like a mall, it's going to be really hard to defend yourself legally if you do get into shooting, if you're, like, 50 yards away from someone.
Especially if you're trying to stand your ground state, because you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, because they're like, well, why couldn't you leave?
Yeah, why can't you get behind cover or run away, bro?
And I would say the best thing to do in that situation would be to fucking leave. That's the best situation. Anything, if you can leave, get out of there. Obviously, that's the best thing to do.
But don't put yourself.
Don't bag yourself in a corner or nothing like that.
And don't run out in the open. Like,
yeah, I mean, you gotta be smart about it.
Yeah, if the exit's over here and the shooter's down there, and you're about to run over like fucking 50 yards and just free ball air,
with no cover.
Yeah, I would not do. I just hold where you're at, go somewhere else. Yeah, there's always other places to go. Just about. You gotta learn where to go and when to barricade up and post up. Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to add? That's pretty good.
I feel like from like a carrying wise, there's a lot of different options to carry, and you can carry some full size firearms if you know how to carry them, holster wise.
See,
and to know your limits, like know where you're going. Hey, I probably shouldn't be carrying this. I don't want to print. I don't recommend open carrying whatsoever because you put a target on your back. You're open carrying, and you're in a like fucking gas station. Somebody wants to rob that bitch, and they see your ass in the checkout line, and they come from your back left. You don't see them, but hey, they see you have a gun.
You're gonna be the first one getting shot in the head.
Exactly. So like you gotta conceal carry all the way.
Oh, the size of the gun also, like I got the 380 because one, it don't print that much. I can kind of forget it's there because it's so small and it doesn't dig into my stomach or like my groin area. Another reason I got this over anything else because I wear a lot of sweatpants, athletic shorts. And like a heavier gun, like a Canic or like that, would make my pants sag.
Yep.
It would cause more of a print. There's benefits and cons to everything. Like, and you can nitpick on that. But if you're considering getting a firearm, I definitely watch a lot of YouTube videos on the advantages and disadvantages of all the calibers and at least the common ones. I mean, find you a common one that's relatively cheap, like $500-$600. And go ahead and get you something instead of just sit on the fence for a long period of time. And you can customize that. You really like it or get a better one. Also, he was saying, like, go to the gun range and, like, try out some guns. That's a really good,
places in Tupelo's like Trigger Time, you can rent guns there. You can demo stuff. Know what you like, know what you don't like. When I shot a 380, 9mm. Then shooting 45s. They had some there. You can try out what you like. Figure out what you like. That's the best thing to do, man. Anything. If you can go test ride something before you buy it, that's the best thing to do. Good deal on stuff. But definitely, you want to get caliber that you can afford to shoot a lot of.
Yep.
Like if you ain't got a whole lot of money, you want to go buy like a fucking Desert Eagle, then like you're shooting 50 AE, and the gun's like $2,000, and then I'm just talking about
it's not
$2 a shot. It's not practical too. So you got to know your limits from a financial aspect.
I also recommend like for a pistol, I want a light and laser combo because it's just easier to draw and like just point a laser on something, especially at nighttime. And flashlights on any weapon that's home defense or outside, I think it's like really practical for target identification. And like just because like if you're in a dark alleyway, like you can't see shit really, and like you can't see exactly what someone's holding, what they're doing, what they're looking at, how their eyes look, are they drunk, are they just fucking around, like. And
then also like I think lights are a must on firearms, especially like home defense stuff because
you don't want to shoot your child or wife.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you want to know what's up. I mean, that's either having it physical on the gun or have it, in your offhand.
And that goes back to training and proper knowledge on firearms and
exactly
stuff like that. So. All I got. So we've covered all the topics. It's really nice to have everybody out today.
Yeah,
it's pretty chill. I enjoyed the conversation. Getting a little hot though. It's not cool down here anymore. Much of a sex dungeon. But
way sex dungeon.
I got to shout us out earlier. So if you guys want to check us out, this House of Games on Instagram. It's G18. Those regular memes. Some positivity slideshows. Stuff like that. Also on TikTok, GHG 18. You can check us out if you want to. Probably call it. I've already worked out. I think Bo's about to go work out though this evening.
I gotta hit the road.
You gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, it was good seeing you guys though.
You too, bro.
Yeah, man.